Hello, everyone. Yeah. So as you can see, my July 31st through August 6th has already been planned. What does that mean? That means I didn't hit the record button. Right now, I am triple checking that that record button is hit. Oh, okay. Well, I was just talking to myself for an hour. I will go back through these. So this is going to be a short video. You'll see my elbow in the corner a little bit. My dry elbow. It's just this one because I lean on it so much. This one is a pleasant elbow, I guess. I don't know. I don't have a whole lot more to talk about. I had a lot of my pens out. I cleaned up. Like everything's all nice and clean here. Okay. So these are my favorite stickers. I'm using one of my last ones here. I also used it on the month. What is it? Way before this. As July, because we're still in July. So I just put a little bit here, just a little gold, because I really loved it here of just having like a little bit of lemons and things here. So I loved kind of carrying that over for the beginning of the month. I just talked about all these things, so I don't know what to talk about. I know this happens. I know this happens. First off, I just want to say thank you to Victoria. I'm not sure what you like to go by. She sent me this great video on like just tucking my little buckle piece under, and it has saved my sanity in both my planners. And I just want to say thank you for sending that little video on how to do it, even though like I understand how some people think things are obvious. For a lot of neurodivergent people like myself, I have trouble understanding things. So not only did I appreciate her speaking up and saying, hey, have you tried this? But also that she filmed it. It just, thank you. Just thank you. And I'm doing it on my other one as well. Just thank you. So I did want to give like a little sneak peek on how this is going. I talked about it a little, well, I will talk about it tomorrow in my reset for August, but I got all of this updated through the beginning of the year, which was great. And I have just the therapy highlighted because I needed to count all those up. I also wanted to show how this last week was going. And so this is today. I just came back from my haircut, and I rearranged just a little bit since my last like template of just kind of drawing out a template. I combined the blood pressure, and then I have my steps down here. And then I thought, oh, well, let's put the moon cycle and the number of where I am in my cycle. And the number is easier for me to understand where I'm at since I've had a hysterectomy now. I don't have as many signs of what I'm doing. I also mentioned in my reset that I am balancing PCOS and Crohn's and neurodivergency. Like there's a lot going on. And I'm starting a new med soon, and I'm going to have to see how that affects some of these things. What, I thought there was one more thing. No. So I'm loving how this is coming, and I see like, oh, I went for a couple walks and my blood pressure went down and my stress went down and my energy level went up because I was sleeping more. Like these type of things, like I want to drink more water and see how that does. I'm sure there's other metrics and things that would help in this area, and it may modify as I go on, but that's why I'm using this now, is like testing this out and seeing, oh, I really don't need to know that part, but it'd be really nice to have this part. So I do need to put on here which medications I'm taking because that's not plain on here, and I'm okay with showing you guys this stuff. It is what it is. It's important for me to track. it's kind of like talking about financial stuff, right? It seems very private, although I guess there could be ramifications if, I don't know. I feel comfortable at least doing that much. With health stuff, you can, it's not like a denial of coverage of any kind, but everything that I'm showing is documented in my health stuff. So it's not like, oh my gosh, I'm hiding this big health thing and insurance is covering it differently. So yeah, I put the nice sparkly tape at the bottom, put these stickers on. The allergy place I'm going to see next week, so I'm going to get in touch with them with some last minute questions. I have my infusion here. I just realized it's over a line. Sometimes I can't. Like, it starts at 1:30 here. Well, I kind of like it there. Never mind, it's fine. It's like, gives it more space from the sticker. These lines are for our meals. The yard cleanup people will be around. They might come this morning, but I have a feeling they're just going to do their regular therapy. My son goes to the dentist, and then I stop antihistamines. I just need to know like exactly when to stop and what other things I need to be aware of. And then I got some more things coming up here. So that's my testing, and then I go to the dentist, and then it's August is going to be another bigger health month. July was really nice to be quiet, but then yeah. So I went through. I know, it was kind of sad that I didn't get this all recorded. I picked from a new deck called A Deck for Wonder Walking, and it's just this gorgeous, gorgeous deck. So it says an invitation to the human experience, and it says walk in wonder there. So you can see it. There you go. And I picked from that deck. Yeah, I'm getting tired because I recorded the August reset. Then I went and got my hair cut at 7 p.m. Now it's like 10:30. So I'm just getting a little tired. And then this was the card I picked, the moon. And then it like exactly matched my layout here, pretty dang close. And it says the moon. Let the moon light your walk. Embrace the rhythmic, the enchanted, and the wisdom it reveals. And so I've been going on walks in the evenings and watching the moon. And the moon's out there right now. But it might be set by the time I actually get to go, because it was pretty low in the sky. So yeah, you kind of got to miss some things. So here I'm going to try to put like top 3. I'm still going to go through, so this is how the last week went. So I've been putting my timeline type things to see how busy I am and what I'm doing. That's been working out really well here. I loved this toned down, chill, serene colors. This really worked well. And then just to have more of a deeper, it was fun to go like, this is fun. Barbie came out, California vacation, then calm, and then kind of a deeper dramatic look. I kind of like switching up like that. I did want to share that this cake here, I got the sticker, I think it's the July or August. I don't know. I don't have the subscription for Catherine's Sterling Inks. But this is basically what my cake looked like. It was, for my birthday last week, it was ube and pandan, which are Filipino type. So it like alternated. It was like ube on 2 layers. And then the cake was all green. So that was the pandan. But the ube was purple. It was amazing. So because I am dairy-free, egg-free, they make, there's this local baker that they do donuts, but they also make cakes. And so the cake's not gone yet. We had like half of it, like over the period of a week. and then froze some, and then some of it's going down to my sister in Portland. Like, it's making the rounds, and it was amazing. That was an amazing cake. So right now I can, I'm recording this. I'm finally recording, and I'm going to triple check here. It's still going. Still being recorded. Oh, I can't put, so here I stayed up like till 5 a.m., then 4 a.m., then 3 a.m. It's getting better. It's getting better. I've had some insomnia. It's just been kind of a stressful time, and it's helped to kind of like log some of these things. And then as I'm doing some of these other things, it's helped to notice what is helping. So, yeah. So if I go to the dailies, this is how the dailies went. So we went from this, oh, these were so much fun. I have to say, I'm so glad I did these. So this is kind of like teenage California. And then this was like my pool time. Again, I'm not an artist that draws a whole lot, but I try. To this like serene, I really liked how these came out. I did add a little bit of kind of coppery color, but then it kind of mellows out here. This is what took me the longest time during when I thought I was recording. So I went through and did my reflections. Wins were these planners are working out great. I have both the covers now, and I'm really loving them. I really am enjoying them. So I will be staying in this book for the rest of the year. It's going to be weird to have two different planners that I worked out of. So somehow I need to kind of copy what's in the Moxie Life. Maybe if I just want to keep this one. Actually, what I could do, I'm just thinking aloud here. These are my weeklies. Because I don't know why I didn't think of this. Because this goes till May, I started in April. There's just a couple extra months here. I could put my real January in here. It would just be here. I'm going to do that because it feels weird for me to split between the two. So I'll just have like January, February, March, and I don't need to put anything here. I could take this 4 off and do something else for these 2 pages. Because what it's really for is like, you get 1 month before, so December, and then 1 month after, which is the January. So I might do something kind of cool. If I read books, I could do some kind of book tracker. I just don't. My ADHD makes it really hard to read. Show tracker. I don't know. There's something here. And I saw someone in the group kind of post what they were doing with some extra month tracking. So I don't know. But I think I'll do that because otherwise I'm not going to get into these. This January I won't be using. I'll have my new books by then. So might as well just transfer over. And the same here where it goes into, let's see. Try not to get into, yeah, so I'll have like these weeks. And what I'll do is like, yeah, I don't think there's anything important. I think I've shown that before. I don't need to put everything, but I just need to know like when the appointments were, mainly on the monthlies. That is, I'll start there. And then sometimes if I have like extra time, then I'll do things. So for next Monday and into this week, I generally sit down like on a Monday evening and I just like art these out, I guess. I use some markers. I use some of the washi tapes and I just kind of keep that theme for the week. But it's a really nice time to just sit down and just have some fun. And so I will do that. just like I did these. I did these last Monday, and they worked out really well. And I'll fill out this, and I think, let's see. So this, I will say these are a little wonky because I started on quarter 2, and then I just have only business challenges here. Kind of a rough start, but I did do these for August. I have a feeling this homepage will just be for the week and not for the whole month. I do have my business anniversary. It'll be, I believe, 18 years in business. And so I copied some of these forward into here. So I put homepage here, but I'm really hoping like next week I'll have a different section because I need to rewrite it, need to do some coding on it. I have a breakdown of it. Where's that? It's in a daily section. Here we go. So I broke it down here. And so if I start here and then start checking these things off, then I can go to this one. So rewriting the text, making sure the image is showing up on mobile. There's one image that's not. This is all on a test site, so you guys can't see it right now. And then the mobile version looks awesome. And then all the links are working on that page. So I kind of just map that out for everything so that I don't get too distracted. And then go back to my little to-do list here. There we go. In therapy, I'm going to turn into personal. I was using it as relationships, but it's more personal. And I feel better for it like being here and then relationships being more outwardly. Oh, I did it again. Sorry, it's blurry. Therapy here is personal, is the yellow. This is the Moxie Life colors. It just sticks in my brain. I'm just using them everywhere. I could change them up at some point, but to have those meanings works right now. And I was looking at, having some more perfumes or oils around the house. So perfumes that I'm wearing, but oils as in there's some like little oils I want to burn around the house just to make it smell nice. Especially like towards the end of summer. It's kind of nice. There's some shows that we're watching. Right now it's Strange New Worlds, which I have actually over here. We're slowly getting through it. We're still on season 1. This is Star Trek. And then just the homepage for the week. Mom school continuing through the week. We're just doing 3 things a day. And then sleep, water, and walks is what I have here, but we're going to keep doing that. Bills week, it's the first of the month, so there's a lot of things going out. And then there's one surgery bill that I'm following up with because we have a bunch of credit, but sometimes they have to wait to apply the credit. Yeah. And then take down some art. I've been starting to do that, and I'm going to continue to do that. Oh, sorry if it's out of focus again. And doing the windows. This is a great time to do windows in the northern hemisphere because it's kind of like they'll dry quickly. You get to clean them off, and then you'll have like a nice clear view in the fall and winter time. So, there was something, back to school shopping. I'm not going to worry about just yet. I put it as financial and relationships. And then therapy, it's really like, it was purple turning yellow. I also can't erase these, so it's just, it is what it is. And then here, I'm going to be having mom school and work. I'm just going to track that through August. Mom school, I'm going to go back and I know which days they were, and we've made all of them. We haven't skipped any, so. That's about it for that. This is going to be a shorter video because I derped. I just didn't hit record because I'm tired. So I'm planning my energy that I'm going to get a nice day's rest here. I also just looked up and realized my camera was not plugged in, so it might be a little jumpy in places. I'm tired. But I've had a great week. I just got a cool haircut. If you're in northern Seattle, let me know if you need someone to refer you to, because she was amazing. Yeah, just amazing. Also, I think I didn't mention here, if you're a little squeamish about tarot, oracle cards are really helpful because they can be animal based or thought based or more quote based. What cards do is help you think differently about your problems. They can bring synergy to things you're already doing, and they can like help you, like the walks here. They're like I need motivation to walk. And to have this come up is like, I love that. But it also can point to maybe a different answer to something and, help you process some things. I don't think I mentioned, as I go forward here, I'm going to see if I can draw some of these colors. Maybe use some copper for a fish, maybe use these little dots and see if I can replicate these. They're not the squares that I did here of the pool, because the squares were rather easy. I will say that. It was really fun to do like these little corner pieces. And then this is like just the color, but I love this. This just feels like the edge of a pool right here. So my goal is to try to replicate that. But then I also, after we do this week's theme, I kind of want to go back to some old stickers I have that are more like corporate girly. Well, not girly. It's not even girly. I won't even say that. I retract that. It's these, I think they're Tulle, Tull. Do I have them? I have them. It's going to be a lot of crinkly noises for a moment. They are these, like a boss, make it happen. But these have a definite feel to them. They're very like office person. And I'm kind of looking forward to like trying to use these up. And I think they're from Tulle. I think I cut off the bottoms because they were so long. And the tops, because they wouldn't fit in my little pouch. So I was just thinking about having like that maybe the second week of August, just to mix it up. I'm using up what I have. And yeah, I think that's about it. I'm sorry, I had some other things to say. Well, I said them. And with my short memory, I can't remember them. I can look at what I have here. Yeah, it was good at a good hour of things I said. This is how this was. Oh, last reminder, vote. Ours are due the August 1st. But in a lot of local jurisdictions right now, a lot of cities, they're having some really important votes, school board votes, which are very important to what we teach our kids. And judges, which should be nonpartisan as much as possible, but there are some definite people who want to be judges who are definitely not nonpartisan in any way, and that's pretty scary. So please vote. Please check to see if your city is voting. We had 4 items to vote on. It took 15 minutes, including sealing everything up to get that all done and reading through the pamphlet. People are a little bit more obvious right now because they are signaling to a certain side where they land. So it made it more easy to know who to vote for. So please vote. I've heard from several people who, it was kind of like this sneak kind of ballot voting time. So please do that. And If you like this on the way out, please subscribe. If you don't like my content, please don't subscribe. You know, there are a couple people where I don't fully subscribe to them. And their videos do pop up and I do watch them. So I understand being on the fringes. I'm not asking you to like pump up my sub count. It's not that. If you don't want to miss any of my videos, if you don't constantly come back to my video page, you just won't see my stuff anymore. And that's okay. Move on. Like, find the videos that you love. Find the videos that you love. If this doesn't make you feel good, it's okay. You know, move on. I'm getting close to 400 people on here. I imagine some people may leave because, hey, I talk about some things that you may not agree with. But there are some very important things I will speak up for. And especially if you want to alter the truth of what history is and you want to teach our kids to not understand what happened in our history. I'm sorry, but it happened. And yeah, a lot of people will feel bad. I will feel bad. I do feel bad. I continue to, but I also have learned a lot and I move on into action, taking action into things. If I don't learn about that past, I don't know what to act upon. And that's exactly what people want. If they think there's no problem with the past, they're okay with repeating the past. So I'm not okay with that. And I'm voting for people who acknowledge what has happened. So, yeah. If you want me to get ranty in some of these, please encourage me and I will. And I will state I'm pretty progressive in a lot of things. So that's just where I stand, and not ashamed about it. You can leave like comments saying, you know, hey, I believe differently. If you leave a nasty comment, it will go away. If you're trying to convince me otherwise, unless I just need to learn more, you're not going to sway my mind. Like, there's things I'm open to learning, and I will always continually be learning. Always. I don't know everybody's experience about how they have lived or how their ancestors have lived. So I am constantly learning about that on the daily, literally. I subscribe to Anti-Racism Daily, and I love that newsletter. Highly recommend, because I'm learning every single day. Usually it's Monday through Friday, and then there's some like repeats of questions and things on the weekends, but I've been subscribing to that for the past few years. I think it was since the summer of July 2020, for at least that newsletter. But there's a lot of other resources as well. And yeah, I will speak up about that because that's what the space holds important. And you don't have to participate in this space at all. It's totally fine. Totally fine. You're going to find people who, there's so many people out there to explore and find, but we also have to recognize when we're in our echo chambers and there are times where you need to block out people who are harmful, and that's what I do here. And especially if you're commenting to someone else here, and if there's any bullying of any kind, I will call you out on that. But if you just want to share your experience, I think one of the things I was talking about here, which was we were in mom school here, we were talking about some gender studies, we were talking about in social studies, we were talking about in our household, and this can vary in a lot of different places. You don't have to be progressive or Democrat or anything like that to do this. We prefer to not pay our son for doing chores because that is something he is always going to have to do. That is something that we want him to acknowledge that he is responsible for and will not receive kudos or payment for doing. It's just your responsibility. but we do pay him for finished assignments and working really hard in school, which is like going out and getting a job. And I was not raised that way. I was raised to get money for chores. And I didn't think anything was wrong with it until just kind of recently. We're like, let's show our son how important it is to take care of a home without any expectations after that. That's what was near and dear to our hearts. I'm not saying anything is right or wrong about any of that. I'm just saying that's what we're doing in this household. So today he counted up all of his mom school time so he could get paid. That was part of his math today. But I did talk about that, and I felt it was kind of important to bring back up again. I think I'm going to go. I think I'm super tired. These are my new lights, by the way. I am using them both here and in my August reset. They are darker, and so I'm going to lighten everything up. But it's the way I could just have like very faint shadows. I'm bouncing lights off the wall. I used to do that with my old light, but it was a little brighter. If I have the lights pointing down, it makes like quadruple shadows, which is a little weird. So, still playing around with them. So, but I kind of like how like I'm not staring at something really bright. It's really kind of nice to look at, but I got to see how when I tweak this, if it's going to be hard to color correct. So I think that's it. So I hope everyone's doing well. And I will, if you want to see the pages, I could take like a quick picture. Well, that's the other thing is I went through and put all the moons and stuff in here. That's the one last thing I'll talk about was that I didn't feel moved into this planner yet because it was just work. And then when I went through and put all of the previous stuff in, it helped so much. So that's why I want to go back and do the first 3 months. It's just going to be in a different spot. That again, this is an experimental thing. So, and I put in some holidays and things like that. And I put in, I put the moons this way so that they kind of stick out a little bit more, but also don't impede too much on the actual square. Actually, I wanted to put a star there, but when I put it in the weekly, I put a heart. So I just realized I'm just going to do a little heart there. I think I'm going to fill it in. This is just an anniversary that I want to remember. It's kind of a sad anniversary, but wanted to put that there because I do get a little sad around that time. So I think that's it. And yeah, I feel moved in. Thank you, Vicki, for putting this into my mind, teaching me how to do that. I will be popping in more with my health planner every now and then. I might do a walkthrough of it later. I do plan on doing some more sit downs to talk about living with Crohn's, which I haven't really talked about until now. This is kind of the first time I'm talking about it, and also tomorrow a little bit. But that's why I look at what I'm eating and seeing where flare-ups are, and living with PCOS and everything like that. But then also wanting to talk about my hysterectomy experience, which is, I think just slightly different than a lot of other people, I would say, because I had so much removed and to have the cancer scare. I mean, it was, but I just knew about it for 2 weeks and then it was gone. Like, it's a very different experience. So I do want to talk about that. So if you see some sit down videos and you're just not interested in that information, you're more than welcome to pass right through it and just focus on the planner stuff. But I do want to kind of come back to planning my actual energy. And part of that is talking about some of my chronic illnesses. So take care, everyone. Sorry you didn't get to see me like position these. again, you get to see kind of the final thing. If you want to see my daily pages without things written in, like after I do them on Monday, I can take some quick pictures and I might post those in the community tab just in case you wanted to see beforehand. And then I'll show next week how everything looks filled in. Take care, everyone, and I will see you next time. Bye.